Hello, welcome to Virtual Enterprise. My name is GRussell, known by Mr. Russell for the kids. I am this facilitator / teacher of Virtual Enterprise. So looking forward to this year, this class is different than any class that your son or daughter has probably ever had, because after the first few weeks, I basically release control and give that to the students. All decisions, good and bad, are made by the students based on trying to develop a business. Now, this business has everything in it except for real money and for a full product line. But sometimes there's even sample products. But students will build everything from ground floor. Before I get too far ahead of myself, best contact for me is GaryRussell@iusd.org. My school phone number is 936-7173. I am difficult to reach through my phone because my office is in one building and my classrooms are in two different classrooms in another building, so I'm not by my phone all the time. So email is always best. But I will be checking my phone on occasion to try to make sure. All right, so our weekly schedule is Mondays during the anchor day is 10:40 to 11:20 a.m. and then Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is the period 10:45 to 12:10. Like I said, everything is a business environment, working as a company and department teams. We're in the process of doing interviews right now to decide on our management teams, but overall, we start off with kind of a traditional look, which means a CEO and a COO, and then such things like CFO or head of finance, and then sales and marketing, and IT and design, HR. But it's up to the students if they want to change that and change the direction that it goes. Everything is in a working environment, and so they will be in departments. They will communicate with each other. They will have deadlines, and meeting those deadlines is really out of my hands. It's really up to them to meet them, and if they don't meet them, then it would have impacts on the grade, which has not been a big problem in the past. Most of the work is done in class and together. Homework consists of getting any tasks they've been assigned completed and done that didn't get done in class. And then the company-focused preparations to prepare successful on the virtual market and competition. So we're constantly focused on being successful in that market. And what is successful, that kind of gets defined each year. We're really an 8-month company, so realistically with 26 staff members on a startup company, the odds of making money in the first 8 months is really tough. But the goal is to set it up where you can see the future probability of the success of the company. All right, so I've kind of already talked about this a bit, but like I said, it's all, everything is set to develop. They will develop from ground floor, which means the name, well, they'll do their own interviews with their own staff. They'll come up with the company name, the logo, the designs. They'll come up with an HR manual, sales catalog, and guide. They decide on the products. They have to find out how to produce those products and how to get those out to marketplace. They have to sell on a marketplace. We do trade shows. Right now they're virtual. We're hoping by next spring we can go back to in-person, because to me that's like the highlight of the whole class, is doing the live shows, because there you actually sell on people, but you're in an environment where it's probably 90% yeses to 10% no's, versus a real world where it's probably 90% no's, maybe 95% no's, and like 10% yeses. Something to look at, you'll see this link here, but you can click on that and it's going to take you over to the VE Hub, or the VE. This will tell you a little bit more about VE. We function mainly out of this hub, which actually has a full set of curriculum. It's also where students will be, there's a payroll, so students are paid, students pay bills, students have to make purchases in the marketplace. Everything is going to center around this hub. Okay, so this class has separate class assignments, but most of the grade is based on the VE company contributions and work completions and meeting deadlines. So there's a lot of evaluations in this group. The evaluations are done by each staff member. The evaluations are done by all the managers, and the evaluations are done by me. And the main thing is going to be, are they hitting their targets? Are they working as a functioning part of that department and for the company? Grading scale is pretty much traditional 90, 80, 70. It really should be an A or B class. I really don't run this class in a traditional sense of here's your grade. This is all production based. There are separate assignments, and I've had students who are great for the company and they're not turning in their separate assignments, so that could have an impact on the grades. Okay, Canvas, again, this class is a little more difficult, but most assignments and information is on Canvas. Grades for the class are transferred into Aries. The Aries grade will be more accurate than the Canvas grade because Canvas, unless I physically put a 0 on a missing assignment, doesn't deduct it from the grade. Aries, as soon as I mark grading complete, I'll put a red box and you can see very obviously that it's missing. There aren't a huge number of grades compared to some other classes because, again, we do evaluation grades usually every 2 to 3 weeks on the average. It depends on how much is going on. Let's see, and then make sure if you don't have a parent observer account, I highly recommend you have a parent observer account so that you can keep an eye on not just this class but all your students' classes. And again, it's an easy way to see what's missing, and if something's missing, I always allow it to be submitted in as long as it's within a reasonable time period. So the biggest thing here is the students and your student needs to take ownership of the success of the VE company and be an active part of the team. If they do that, they're going to have a really unique and I think fun experience that has a practical application to the real world. And then again, they can turn in work if it's missing, and if they're getting behind their project, they need to meet this flex time from 10 to 10:25 Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday is a great chance to do that. Okay, and like I said, the best way to get a hold of me is my email. You can also send messages through Canvas Messenger. I check both of them, especially if you want to let me know that something's up or something like that. The school email is going to be the best place to get a hold of. All right, so if I've left any questions that you might have out, feel free to email me. I'll get back to you. I know we're at a very small window of time, like less than 8 minutes to present all this information. You know, I'm sure I'm leaving out tons and tons of information and questions you might have, so feel free to email. All right, have a great night.